And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Kennedy Gym. I'm Tim Moore, alongside with my partner Eli Zaretsky, as we're here for the rivalry matchup between SUNY Purchase and Manhattanville College. And I have to say, this is a really big game, Eli, for the Valiants. 3-1 coming into today. One game off of the Sal's, who are 4-1, and also Wilkes, who's 4-1. Kings PA at 3-3, so they're trying to stay above them. But overall, the intensity of this matchup is very huge.
It's a battle of Anderson Hill Road. Both schools about 2 miles, not even. I
Not
should say
even.
a mile
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Probably less, 3/4 of a mile.
Literally, if you drive down Purchase Street and you make a right down Anderson Hill Road, it's literally we're right down the street from each other.
But like you said, it's going to be a good game. Purchase comes in at 3-2. Manhattanville at 3-1. And let's take a look at Purchase, who we need to preview. Brian Barrios, the senior guard, he leads them in points per game at 14 a game. And their leading rebounder is Trake Alicock, 54 rebounds on the season. So,
and I have to say, when I'm looking at these points per game, a lot of people around average. You have 4 people above 10 points a game, compared to the Valiants, who only have 3, and Brian Haggerty just shy of it with 9.3. But then I also look at their free throw percentage. Sean Smith's the leading free throw shooter for the Valiants, shooting 77%. Meanwhile, Michael Soffer coming out shooting 93% from the line, Eli. That's something that's pretty solid, especially the fact that they're through 5 games and also 1-1 in their Skyline Conference.
although it'll be interesting to see how many attempts Michael Soffer has, because 93% is very, very high. I'd assume it's not many attempts. I can't see it being more than 8 or 10 attempts. But it's definitely going to be a good matchup. Tim, what I want to highlight is guard Brian Barrios for SUNY Purchase against Josiah Cobb for the Valiants. I think that's going to be a great matchup. Both explosive guards that like to score the ball and set up their teammates.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, JoJo's done a really good job, I have to say, playing defense on some of the bigger players that he's faced. He seems to be assigned. You know, last game he was assigned against Hooker. You know, the game before he was assigned against another big role player with, both in the tournament, in the AJ Buchanan tournament with
Eli Rowe?
And also even Rodriguez at some points. You know, and JoJo's done a good job. The only downfall for JoJo that's been thus far has been the foul trouble he's gotten into. You know, he's gotten a lot of foul trouble early. If he can avoid that today, though, that's a big difference, because he'll be seeing a lot more minutes on the court. And looking at the Valiants, too, Tucci obviously being the MAC Player of the Week just a week ago, you know, or 2 weeks ago, you know, coming out 13.5 points a game, also 49 rebounds on the season, and he leads the team with 31 minutes a game. I've been very impressed by him, and obviously JoJo Cobb's coming out averaging 11.8 points a game, Eli. And same thing with Dom. Dom's totally turned around his offense up to 11.5 points a game. And my big person, too, also, he's been serving her off the bench with the exception of the last game, Brian Haggerty. How about the way he's been able to shoot that deep ball, shooting 64% from beyond the arc.
He's never been afraid to shoot at Tim. That's definitely been his arsenal, something he looks to try to include, but you're right, it's been falling for Haggerty, and we'll see if the hot streak continues.
And in comparison, for the record, Haggerty and this isn't just like a short amount of 3-point attempts. He shot many 3-point attempts thus far in the first 4 games for the Valiants. He's shooting 64, right? The next one down is JoJo Cobbs, who's shooting 29%. And Tucci shooting 22%. So the fact that there's a big difference just shows how much of a hot hand he has from up top beyond the arc.
So starting lineups are going to be announced following the national anthem. We're going to tune out, but stay with us as we'll be back in a few minutes. SUNY Purchase and Manhattanville College, Battle of Anderson Hill Road. Moments away from tip-off here at Kennedy Gym. As starting lineups were just announced for both sides. Tim, Mike Gronda back in the starting lineup after not starting against Wesleyan, who had much size, but
they were also held at a size disadvantage, so it makes sense to why the 5'8" freshman wouldn't start the last game.
As Barrios, the leading scorer, has it for Purchase.
I have to say I'm very impressed by the energy in here, ready by the crowd. Just shows how much of a rivalry game this is. You hear defense chants already early on.
So we get an early foul.
Man, that spot's been slippery over there all day. We've seen a lot of players slip in that exact area, so perhaps that's something we have to look at a little bit.
And Tim, not a good start as JoJo Cobbs picks up an early foul 22 seconds into this ballgame.
Oh,
Barrios drives and scores. And Tim, that's why he's their leading scorer at 14 a game. Natural scorer.
Here's an interesting stat, though, too. Purchase has continued to split games. They've won every other game thus far. And not only that, they lead the series 6-4 in an all-time record. So obviously a big rivalry game for the Valiants. They want to move the series to 6-5.
Pull-up from Cobbs is off. And it's in the hands of Can. They work it around to DeLeon. Back to Can. Back to DeLeon. Thought about it. Oh, he faked out Tucci. The scoop shot is good. He had Tucci leaning a little bit. 4-0 Panthers. As the ball's in the hands of Tucci. Pressure defense on Gronda. They work it around to the senior Quinlan. Arena in the corner. Cobbs. Floater is good. Josiah Cobbs gets Manhattanville on the board. It's 4-2. Chance to defense. And
JoJo needs to continue his production. Him alongside Alex Tucci, who, by the way, is leading the MAC conference in points, and is also 12th in all Division III, averaging 12.3.
Can for three. Hits backboard. And it's boarded by Tucci. Here comes Arena. Cobbs. Great pass to Quinlan for the layup.
A great production there by Quinlan early on. His presence is going to be a big factor for the Valiants today.
As Barrios against Gronda, number 3 on number 3. They kick it to Can. Cobbs, long wingspan, will guard Can. They give it back to Barrios. Barrios, tough fadeaway. And Tucci boards. Interesting shot selection from Barrios on that one. As Arena will push. Arena draws the foul.
And I like I said, what I was mentioning before is I'm intrigued to see Tucci's defensive play throughout the day and how much of a factor he's going to be. Like I said, 12th in all Division III in the nation in rebounds a game with 12.3.
Kennedy Gym goes silent as the senior out of the Bronx, New York, hits the first. So Valiants have the first lead of the of the night, 5-4. 5-0 run for the Valiants. Second one from Arena, swish. So give Arena a pair, 6-4 Valiants.
Also, one more thing to mention about Tucci, Eli, before we continue, is also the fact that he has 3 double-doubles in the first 4 games for the Valiants. That ranks him 3rd in the nation, Eli.
So Tucci's productivity in his senior year has been crucial for the Valiants' 3-1 start as Arena shuffled his pivot foot. Turnover. First turnover of the night for the Valiants. And Barrios will bring it up.
And I'm going to tell you, they really want this game. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games, and especially the seniors that have been here for those last 3. They want to get a big win against the Purchase team.
Step back jumper is short. That was attempted by DeLeon. Arena looks to push. He gets to his left hand and lays it in.
That's been his strong side, and he continues to work it.
Dom Arena, you let him get to his left hand, Tim, and he's tough to guard.
And that's 4 points for Arena early on here.
Manhattanville doubles Purchase's score. It's 8-4. Barrios looks for.
Oh, it's a travel. That's got to be a travel, and it is.
So good call by ref Tim Moore there. As substitutions early, Pat Scanlon's known for that. We got Haggerty, Sean Smith, and Asen. Granda, Quinlan, and Tucci, the early exit.
And I'm intrigued here to see how Haggerty's going to do from beyond the arc if he can come out firing again. A great screen there set by Sean Smith.
Haggerty, who just checked in, will set a screen for Arena. Arena will. Cobbs. Layup is good. Josiah Cobbs showing some athleticism. 10-4, Valiance.
That's what I have to say. If JoJo doesn't have 2 fouls within the first 10 minutes, he's going to see a lot of time today. As long as he tones down the fouling, he's going to be seeing a lot of production.
Soffer swings it over. It's in the hands of Barrios. Back to Can. Back to Soffer. Soffer all the way from California. Pull-up jumper by the Californian is good. So Purchase a state college. Recruit Soffer all the way from California.
Oh boy, another great screen there by Haggerty. That's one thing that's been great about Haggerty, Eli.
As Arena tries to get it to Sean Smith, it's out of bounds. It stays with Manhattanville.
But that's one thing that's great about Haggerty. What's made him open from beyond the arc so much is the fact that he's been doing a lot of picking and rolling, and not to the basket, but to outside.
Haggerty will hand off to Arena. Arena a little bit out of control there. Draws air.
That was an interesting play there. They were doing a handoff and then Haggerty setting a screen immediately. I have to say, I give it a lot of credit to Haggerty thus far. A lot of smart play by the Valiants.
Oh, good strong move by Cam, but he blew the layup. Altered nicely by Haggerty. And now the Valiants look to push. It's in the hands of Arena. Oh, poor spacing. Sean Smith and Asen Tim both wound up in the left corner. Sean Smith says, my bad, so miscommunication there. 14:58 to go, first half. Valiants lead by 4, 10-6. They lob it in, and that's too easy. Haggerty fronted him, Tim, but Alacock just had position.
But in the situation down low, you always got to play behind in that case. He was able to just even push off in that situation with no help behind him.
As they try to go to Sean Smith. They get it to him, and he lays it in.
I'll tell you, two people that are very similar to each other on opposite sides, but on the court together, JoJo Cobbs and Sean Smith, their driving ability is something that's very unique.
As the Panthers work it around, Barrios is a very flashy player, Tim. Good driving kick there. Hoffer for three. Excuse me, Soffer.
Wow, what a job there by Sean Smith.
Skied in for that board.
Oh, great pass to Haggerty. Oh, what a lay-in by Sean Smith.
So Sean Smith continuing his impressive freshman campaign.
His footwork is something that's really impressing me thus far early on.
In the hands of Deshaun Can. They work it around to Soffer. That's a pull-up by DeLeon. Oh, nice pass to Can for the lay-in.
Yeah, that fake set them up right there. That was a great execution.
Pat Scanlon not happy there. More subs will come in. Next stoppage. Asen uses the Haggerty screen. Sean Smith for three. Short. Boarded by Barrios. Three ball, drilled.
Yeah, nothing the Valiants could do there. That was just all the deflection. They were both going for the ball to try to get it back, and just an unlucky bounce back set up that wide open three.
And Tim, that was a little bit of a swag from Soffer as he kind of glanced back at the Manhattanville bench after drilling the three. So he cuts the deficit to 1. It's 14-13 Manhattanville. Exactly 13 minutes to go here.
I have to say, early on, I've been very impressed by both sides. The offense has done a lot of producing, but in the aspect of for the Valiants, Sean Smith showing his presence early, along with Tucci and also even Dom Arena, all of them coming out and just performing early on. And I have to say, what's really been impressive is really, in my eyes, Sean Smith and what he's been able to do with his footwork defensively. What he's doing there is cutting off a lot of plays to the left side because of what he's doing. And it's really also creating them the force to take a lot of shots from the right sides for Purchase. So with Sean Smith being able to do that, it's a big factor because it allows more people also in the paint from the left side.
So it's in the hands of Asen. He hands it off to Granda. Granda looking to make something happen. He'll kick to Haggerty. Haggerty, floater, is well off and boarded by Rob Grulin, who just checked in for SUNY Purchase. So the same four for Purchase, but Grulin checks in. Barrios, jab step, gets to the basket.
No, it's on the ground.
Foul on the ground.
No basket. Foul on the floor for Manhattanville's number 3, Mike Grant, his first. Team second.
So Purchase will inbound here, down 1. Just over 12 minutes, first half. Grulin, the junior guard, swings it to the Californian. Soffer drives and kicks, extra pass, lays it in. Good ball movement there, Tim, by Purchase. Gives them the lead, 15-14.
I have to say, Eli, the energy on both sides early on has been something that's really been exciting to see.
As Asen has it stripped. Here comes lays it in. I think Asen just tripped, but he's lucky he didn't get called for the foul there.
He tripped. I was going to say, Asen almost drew a foul there, and unfortunately, that would have been a clear path foul, so good job for him not getting credited with that.
Lucky break for the
great
Valiants.
move.
Sean Smith scores.
That was an excellent spin move. Now, obviously, that wasn't really planned because it was a hard pass out to his left, but he went with it, and it was a great drive and pull-up. 6 points for Sean Smith.
As they lob it in, and miscommunication. That's a bucket for Alacock.
That's the second time there where I believe Alacock was just down low and Haggerty was up in front. He just did a little push off to get open.
3-ball, Asen nailed.
And I believe
So
that's Asen's first three-pointer of the year.
The Pelham, New York native has his first points of the night. And we're knotted up at 19 here. Just what we could have expected, Tim. Oh, Barrios, catch and shoot.
That was almost up here at the white. Definitely a long three. No, great pass.
Taken away, though, by the Panthers. Here comes Soffer. Pull-up 3. No good. Oh, touchdown pass to Asen. He recovers it. Madden thinks about it. He drives. Madden.
Good job by Madden.
Counted and a foul.
That was a great drive there by Madden.
Corey
No
Madden
one's gonna stop him.
attacks the Panther defense, and he's looking for a chance for a three-point play. Well done by Madden to attack the Purchase defenses. We're going to get subs for Purchase. Mike Felix, the junior center, will check in, as well as DeLeon will re-enter. And for the Valiants, Mike Ryan and Timmy Quinlan, and Alex Tucci return.
I mean, look at the excitement too on the Valiants bench. All of them standing and excited.
And Madden completes the three-point play.
The energy level, like I said, is just spectacular. It's absolutely spectacular, and everyone on both sides are into this game.
Also checking in is Khalif Grant, the senior from the Bronx, for Purchase. It's in the hands of Deshaun Ken. They post it to Felix. Felix
that was
loses
almost a
it.
foul on Madden.
No call, though, as Granda will push up the floor. Manhattanville calls out a play here, up 3.
Great screen by Tucci.
Oh, and it's stolen by the senior. And around Quinlan is DeLeon. Nice elusive move there for the bucket. Granda pressured by Grant. Tucci screen, Tucci rolls, Quinlan Gets it to
Oh,
Tucci.
great physical move by Tucci.
Offensive foul.
They say he threw an elbow.
But Tim, you're right. That was a good move by Tucci. Strong, aggressive move. Just it's going the other way. But
Yeah, Tucci's trying to be a physical factor in the
nothing
paint,
wrong
and
with
he's
that.
done a great job. There, he just had a little bit of a push with the elbow that knocked him down.
So off the Manhattanville turnover come the Panthers. They work it to the corner.
Oh, great defense by Mike Ryan.
Tremendous job, but they get the rebound and score. So unfortunate there as, like you said, great defense by Mike Ryan, but right place, right time for Grant as he scores. Quinlan passes to Granda, follows his pass with the screen. Oh, Granda's pass is stolen. Fast break for Purchase, and the layup is good for DeLeon. Tim DeLeon's racking up the points here.
Yep, absolutely early on. And the Valiants are going to call a timeout and perhaps come up with another plan here to maybe stop DeLeon. But not only that, put up some more points. And like I said, this is a close, energetic game. A combined 47 points here, not even, or actually I should say just barely under halfway here in the first half.
That's a quick 6 points for DeLeon. He's their leading scorer. Alacock has 6. And Barrios has just 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting. So.
And I have to say this too, the Valiants are on track to scoring at least 35 points in this half. They haven't scored more than 74 on opening night against St. Joseph's. And since then, the most they scored was against Western Connecticut State with 69. Also interesting too defensively, I just want to mention as well, the most points they've allowed this year was 78 to Wesleyan and also 70 to St. Joseph's College.
So following the Pat Scanlon timeout, Don Marino, who just checked in, will bring it up for Manhattanville. He swings it to Mike Ryan. They get it into Tucci. He's double teamed.
Great
Tucci
movement,
still
yeah.
goes up. Oh, and he's stuffed at the rim. Here comes Grant. Pass to Felix. No call as Quinlan tries to draw the charge.
That's something Quinlan's actually always great at, Eli. He's always great at drawing the charge. And he just couldn't get a call there.
Arena will look to make something happen. A little bit out of control. Misses. Felix boards.
They're starting to adjust there to Dom's left side. I think they picked up that tendency.
Agreed. Grant will have it against Dom Arena. Felix looking to post up against Tucci. DeLeon will kick to Felix. Felix mid-range pop is good. And Tim, Purchase leads by 7 now, just like that, 29-22. Manhattanville needs to get back in the game here as the momentum is shifting on SUNY Purchase's side, and that's a turnover. As Purchase crowd getting into it here. Cobbs will check back in, Madden out. So Cobbs, Arena, Mike Ryan, Quinlan, and Tucci. The 5 for the Valiants.
I have to say this game's far from over, though. Believe me when I say that the Valiants are going to probably fight back here. I could see the passion and drive in them.
Oh, of course. 7-point deficit with 7 minutes to go in the first half. That's nothing. I mean, we're talking basketball here. Soffer drives. A lot of
Oh,
contact,
that's off the shot clock.
but it's going to go to the Valiants. Soffer's arguing now is blocked, but it's going to Manhattanville. Sean Smith in for Mike Ryan. Tim, Kyle Martin, the head coach for SUNY Purchase, he is a young-looking guy. Just his 3rd season. I got to think he's in his late 20s or early 30s at the oldest. He's a young coach.
They called a foul there on Soffer.
As Barrios is going to check back in. Barrios has just been held to 2 points thus far, but he's going to check back in. To the bench is Soffer. As Areno inbound with 25 on the shot clock.
I'm telling you, when they inbound here, look at what Timmy Quinlan may do.
Tucci for three. Why not? Banks it in.
When they go back down the offensive end, look at Timmy Quinlan. Timmy Quinlan doing what Brian Haggerty has been doing, and Tucci is setting the screens to try to work something out from beyond the arc.
Tim, big shot for Tucci and for Manhattanville as they look to get the momentum back on their side. It's a drive. DeLeon, a lot of contact, and that's going to be a block on Quinlan. Tim, DeLeon's looked very impressive. I know Barrios is their leading scorer coming in, but DeLeon looks like a basketball player to me.
Absolutely. And one other thing that's been so great about DeLeon is the fact that he's been able to shoot with success. 12.8 points averaging this season, and he's been really solid. He leads the team in field goal percentage as well, shooting 60% on the year.
As the baseball crowd, as always, heckling the free throw shooters, and DeLeon misses the first. Felix out, and returning is Alacock, who also had a strong start to this game. 4-point lead for Purchase. And it's drilled. So 30-25. The Panthers lead. Valiants look to set up their offense. Arena kicks to Quinlan. Quinlan thought about a three. Kicks to Tucci. Tucci up
Great
and under
move.
is good. And there's the
Excellent
Alex
move.
Tucci we see. 30-27. Purchase now leads. Just over 6 minutes to go here, first half.
When you hear the defense chants, this crowd's been at the entire game, Eli.
Grulin, floater, left it short. It's going back to Manhattanville. Substitutions, back in is going to be Deshaun Can, the junior out of Queens. He'll replace Grulin. As Arena will take it up. Guarded heavily by Grant. Tucci thought about the three from way back there, but elects not to take it. Cobbs drives. Cobbs finishes. Josiah Cobbs showing off the finger roll. Great move there.
And that's something JoJo's always good at. Like I said, driving in the paint.
Grant for three. Bingo. As he does a little Carmelo Anthony celebration with the three fingers towards his skull area. 33-29, Purchase. Quinlan to Tucci. Tucci drives. He's blocked by Alacock from behind. And Grando will check in for Arena for Manhattanville. As they try to get it in, they get it into Cobbs.
I'm intrigued right here to see how Gronda's going to do. I think Gronda's going to be a big factor for this offense.
Great pass by Smith. That's a Tucci three, short. And
Wow,
SUNY
they're
Purchase.
going the other way. Looked like the ball was deflected out by Barrios, but I guess it was not.
Tim, I got to say that was a great pass by Sean Smith to
Well,
see Cobbs in the corner off the drive and kick. As Barrios, quiet night, looking to capitalize for Purchase. Drives and kicks. It's in the hands of DeLeon. DeLeon uses the screen. DeLeon drives. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound and finishes. It's been all Nakeem DeLeon in this first half, Tim.
Yeah, but his hustle has been something that shows definitely on the court for him, as that's the reason why he's put up a lot of points thus far.
Sean Smith, corner three, too strong. Grant, strong rebound for the Panthers. Oh, dangerous pass, and Sean Smith steals it. Sean Smith is going to attack. Spin move. Smith to the basket, scores.
Give him 8 in this first half.
My goodness, the freshman continues to turn heads. What an impressive move that was. As it's now 35-31 Purchase. We approach 3 minutes to go here. First half. Barrios gets it back. He's guarded by Quinlan. Barrios lobs it up. Alacock cannot finish. Well defended by Tucci. Here comes Cobbs. Cobbs scores!
Joe Cobbs.
This game's very close to being knotted up again. It's a 2-point game.
Tim, just like all season, Cobbs, Tucci, and Sean Smith have been the answer as Grant calls a timeout. Timmy nearly double dribbled there.
Timeout called by Purchase. It's a
And great
full
awareness
timeout.
there by Mike Gronda, trying to get a little steal because obviously there was no paying attention there, but they couldn't get it done. But I have to say this too, with 3:16 remaining here in the first half, Eli, the Valiant's now fighting back, and I'm been very impressed by their offensive ability. And another thing I've been impressed by too is JoJo Cobbs. JoJo not only obviously coming out and driving, but holding himself to only one foul here in this first half.
So Purchase will inbound. Deshaun Can gets it into the freshman Jordan Nunkin, who just checked in. He's at 5'8". So Gronda and Nunkin come in at the same size. And DeLeon thought about the shot, but swings it to Barrios. 2 on the shot clock. Barrios is going to have to go. Shot is long. Oh, and Cobbs goes for the home run play. Oh, Quinlan touch pass to Haggerty. My, oh my. How about the awareness by Quinlan, knowing he couldn't corral it, tips it to Haggerty.
For a second, I thought I was watching a defensive play there in football. Little tip drill.
As Barrios shows why he averages 14 a game. Impressive step back there. Nothing you can do about that. That was well defended. But Barrios capitalizes as Cobbs looks to do something. Tucci thinks about the 3, instead swings it. They get it to Sean Smith. Sean Smith bounces to Tucci. Quinlan. Manhattanville's good ball movement. That's a 3. Josiah Cobbs. And Manhattanville has the lead, Tim. 38-37. Just under 2 minutes to go.
But here we go. We gotta play great defense.
Oh, Quinlan anticipating the passing lane. Barrios looking to create. That's a jumper from Alacock. And the southpaw nails it. So Panthers go back up by 1. Just over a minute to go here. Tucci, cross court. Cobbs in some trouble. Haggerty for 3. Misses everything. And it's boarded by Purchase. Here comes Barrios. Pull up 3. Nailed. Talk about confidence. That was in rhythm right there. 42-38. And Cobbs will take a timeout. Full timeout. Valiant. But Tim, if you're Manhattanville, you can't be frustrated by a make like that from Barrios because the guy's pulling up in transition with his feet barely set from a good 1.5 to 2 feet beyond the arc. So you can't get down on yourself for that one.
Absolutely. You know, I have to give a lot of credit thus far to Purchase. I mean, how about De Leon, Eli? Like, coming out, only averaging 12.8 points a game, and I'm pretty sure he has over 10 thus far early on. And Barrios as well, coming out and being productive. Salford, you know, being as good as he is at the free throw line, has also shot pretty solidly from the field. He also, by the way, averaging 11.4 points a game. I've been impressed by both sides. This is going to be a very back and forth game, it looks like, for practically the rest of the game.
And Tim, they're still trying to address that wet spot under the basket.
Yeah, that spot, I'll tell you, has been there all day, from even in the women's game. And it got a few people on the other side. It did get for Barak, or excuse me, for Barak, it did get their star, Shannon Barrett. So you don't want to see any injuries in that aspect, but it's good to see them obviously take care of it.
So the Valiants will inbound here. 59 seconds to play. First half. Cobbs tried to attack, but it was cut off nicely. Haggerty kicks. That's a shot, and it's long, and it's boarded by Cam. De Leon thought about attacking, but he'll reset it. And it's in the hands of Barrios. Barrios. Oh, he forced that one. It nearly goes in.
Oh, wow.
Off the deflection, Barrios is right there. Misses the layup. Haggerty boards. And Madden looks to push, but he's going to bring it back out. Manhattanville's going to.
You're going to settle for one shot here.
Quinlan. Oh. Oh, and they got to go here. Quinlan finds Haggerty. Haggerty at the buzzer. No good.
That was a great setup, though, for Haggerty. I don't think there's anyone else better you could have put in the hands in that situation. A great setup there by the Valiants.
So at the half, Purchase leads Manhattanville 42-38. We're going to take a quick break here, but we'll be back shortly. This is GoValiants.com.
back here to second half preparation as the Valiants continue to try to work their way back against the Purchase Panthers. And Eli, it's been an excellent first half thus far between both the Purchase Panthers and the Manhattanville Valiants. And I have to say the play for both sides has definitely been interesting, with JoJo Cobbs coming out, Eli, and scoring 11 points.
Yeah, I've been most impressed, Tim, by JoJo Cobbs, Sean Smith, and Alex Tucci. They've been the key contributors on the offensive end, but defensively, obviously Timmy Quinlan's always a presence. And Dom Arena getting in the passing lanes and being a feisty defender defensively, getting his hands in for steals. So it's good. We're set up for a good second half, Tim.
And also looking at the efficiency rating, JoJo Cobbs leads everyone right now on the court with the exception of the tie that he is with Can at a 14 efficiency rating. So that's a pretty solid efficiency rating for him out on the court. And not only to mention, I said, when he's going to see a lot of minutes considering the fact that he only had one foul. It's when he's not fouling, he's going to see a lot of minutes. And like you mentioned, Sean Smith, very strong production off the bench thus far. And I'm also impressed to see what Tucci's going to do in this half. Tucci's one of their bigger role players, like I mentioned, third in the nation with 3 double-doubles thus far in the first 4 games. I expect him to come out with a bright half for the Valiants. So here we go. We're going to get ready for second half action as the Valiants are going to have it first. So on the court for the Valiants, Sean Smith, Mike Granda, Timmy Quinlan, Alex Tucci, and JoJo Cobbs. So interesting move here is they're not going to bring out Dom Marina to start the second half. But also remember, Dom Marina earlier on was getting looked at a little bit, so perhaps that has something to do with it. So they work around. JoJo Cobbs will give it down low to Tucci, but that ball's stolen by DeLeon. DeLeon will have it now. He has 9 points, which leads Purchase thus far as a drive and a lay and give him 11, his first bucket of the half here, 30 seconds in.
That was just pure explosiveness. He saw the gap in the hole and he just hit it right away.
As Sean Smith set the screen now for JoJo Cobbs. Cobbs looking, he kicks to Tucci. Tucci to Granda. Granda back over to Smith, who will hand it back off to Cobbs. Cobbs drives and give him his first bucket of the second half. So he continues to produce for the Valiants, his 13th point of the evening. And overall, his shots continue to fall as he drives into the paint. JoJo also shooting 1 of 1 from beyond the arc. So really, everything's been falling for him thus far. So they're working now into the corner. DeLeon drives, lays it up, and it's off the mark. Rebounded, put back up, and then rebounded again, and a foul going to be called.
Over the back.
Yep, over the back on Deshaun Can.
The Manhattanville bench was flipping out there. So if that call wasn't made, we were going to see a riot over there.
McCann almost had a strong rebound if he was able to get a hold of it, but he wasn't able to get a grip of it. So Granda will take it up. You get a screen from Tucci. Quinlan has it up top as he kicks it down low to Tucci. Tucci tries to put a move, and a great move and a lay-in. So Tucci gets his first bucket of the half, his 7th point of the evening. Valiants trail by 2, 10:04 remaining here in the second half. As down low, kick out and pass. Now and a drive and a lay-in by Barrios. So Brian Barrios, he gets his 9th point of the evening now for Purchase as a
Tucci for 3.
Yep. A big 3 there for Alex Tucci. That's now his 10th point of the game. So up top, it'll be handled by Can. Can gets a screen from Alacock as a shot put up and made.
Timmy canned it.
Yep.
Canned it.
Can absolutely beautiful there on the shot. And a foul's going to be called here. It looks to be on Salford. Oh no, okay, they're going to call it on De Leon, his first of the game.
So Tim, impressive also how De Leon's been able to keep himself out of foul trouble. Just his first personal entering the second half here.
So Tucci will get the inbound. He puts up an excellent up and under. And the Valiants are trailing by 1 after a great shot taken by Tucci. He now has 12 points as he's rolling here in the second half. Has a 3-ball well overshot, and it's going to be rebounded by Tucci. Granda takes it up here in a fast break into the corner. Back to Granda now, up top, as he'll kick it back to the corner for a 3, but it's off the mark. But it's going to be rebounded, and Quinlan puts it up, but it gets blocked on the rim.
That was some look by Cobbs, though.
Oh, absolutely. As a drive, kick back out. A deep 3 taken, but it rolls off the mark. Barrios couldn't get it to fall. So Valiant slowing it down here now with 16-11 remaining in the second half. It's just a 1-point game as it's been an even matchup with both sides. As Tucci has it, he drives, he kicks out. Cobbs for 3, can't get it to fall. Sean Smith for 3, can't get it to fall, and the ball's going to go out of bounds and in possession of Purchase.
Yeah, that's one of those corners where our vision is restricted, so.
And substitution coming in for the Valiants, Haggerty will enter the game for Sean Smith. So Salford, he'll inbound to Barrios. As they work it around. Up top, a motion offense here for Purchase. As a screen set and a drive, and Alacock couldn't get it to fall in. As an offensive foul also, and I believe that's on Alacock. So his second of the game, and this ball now is in possession of the Valiants. Actually, Purchase now going to take a timeout. So with 15:36 remaining, the Valiants trail by 1, 47-48. And I have to say, the second half push here by the Valiants has been strong thus far. As of this moment, 2 Valiants into double digits thus far. You have JoJo Cobbs with 13 points and coming today, averaging 11.8 points a game. And Alex Tucci with 12. He averages 13.5 a game. Also notable, leads the MAC conference in scoring. So another excellent offensive production from him today. Also on the defensive end, Tucci has 6 rebounds, making him 4 rebounds shy of a double-double. So that's another thing to look at, because that could be potentially his 4th double-double here in 5 games, which could only push him up the card in the nation for consecutive double-doubles.
What's up?
Also, interesting note here, Eli. Purchase comes into this half right now with at least, actually, a matter of fact, 5 players with at least 5 points, Eli, with led by De Leon with 11. So intrigued how they've been able to work everyone around in the paint and take excellent shots, as well as a lob up. Tucci couldn't get the alley-oop, but he recrowd for 3. Can't get it to fall. Haggerty almost had an over-the-back call there. Oh, and there's a foul now on Tucci. His second foul of the day here with 15:14 remaining in the second half.
And Tim, that's just an old school move. Smart basketball. If you have someone on your hip who's already off balance, to just kind of dribble into them, you almost always get the foul. So smart play by Can.
So an inbound here into the corner as it'll get back up top. Barrios has control of it. He drives. Great defense by Cobbs. And it's stolen. Tucci has it. Oh, but it's stolen back. He thought he was all clear. And here comes Salfer with the steal. That gives Purchase a thing as a 3-ball is made in the corner by Salfer. So he gets the steal and the 3-ball. And now Purchase has momentum on their side. A foul there. And wow. Coach Kyle Martin is absolutely irate. They have to almost hold him back as he cannot believe the call.
You hear him screaming. You know, he's not furious. He's more like, he's almost joking around because you see him kind of smiling after he yells, but I don't know. He had a point there. That did look like a clean block, but the night that Tucci's been having.
He's asking for an explanation there from the ref. As the first one is off the mark by Tucci. So substitutions coming in. Chris Asen, he'll come in for the Valiants. And also for Purchase, entering the game will be Rob Grillone, the junior guard out of Wallkill, New York. So the second one is made by Tucci, and it's a 2-point game. Excuse me, a 3-point game. So a shot put up, and it's off the mark and rebounded by Arena. Arena kicks to the corner for 3 and drained. JoJo Cobbs with the 3-ball, give him 14 points on the day, or excuse me, 16 points on the day. On a drive, and they're going to call the foul there, a blocking foul on Dom Arena. So how about that? JoJo coming out and dropping 16 here in a rivalry matchup. And his minutes on the court have been essential for the Valiants, especially the fact that he only has one personal foul through this point.
And Sean Smith back in the game for Tucci.
And Tucci deserves a little bit of a rest here. He's been playing very aggressive these past couple of minutes. Tucci also 3 rebounds shy of his 4th double-double of the season. As they work the ball around here now, almost a fake attempted 3 by Barrios. Now a drive, and that's going to be a foul called and the and one. So they're going to count it. Grillone will go to the line for an and one. And that was a great attempt there by Grillone, without a doubt.
I don't know, that looked like good defense though to me by Asen. Maybe a little bit of body contact on the bump, but
well,
these calls are a little ticky-tacky.
And the end one attempt is good. So give Grillone 3 points right there. And now the Valiants trailing back down 3 here. As Sean Smith drives, he can't get it to fall as he had to make a hard put-up. So JoJo Cobbs on Barrios, a deep 3, but it's off the mark. It's going to be rebounded, and they're going to say it's out of bounds. And the Valiants will have it here with 13:09 remaining.
You hear Kyle Martin on the Purchase sideline screaming, move the ball. Because Barrios heaved up a shot. That was well contested, too.
Oh, and it was very deep as well. So Arena gets a screen from Sean Smith, and they're going to call travel on JoJo Cobbs. Got his feet moving before he can get the ball down on the ground. That's actually, I believe, the second time we've seen that today. So that's something that's been a little bit usual. But we haven't seen much of it today. A drive by Grillone, and he makes it again. So he has the last 5 points for Purchase, as he's shown a lot here in the second half thus far. Sean Smith has control now as Asen looks. He spins, kicks to Haggerty. Haggerty to Arena, who will get a screen from Haggerty. And Arena drives with the left hand. They couldn't stop it this time. That's a great move by Dom Arena.
Timeout called by Manhattanville. It's a 30-second timeout.
So Manhattanville will call a 30-second timeout here. The Valiants trail by 3 with 12:24 remaining here in the second half. A still evenly contested game thus far. Only difference in this half is 4 fouls committed for Purchase and 3 for the Valiants. That's the only really major difference thus far, as they've been able to keep the deficit practically the same from when we went into the end of the first half. So Purchase will inbound it to Barrios, who will have control of the point. Cobbs on Barrios, as they work it around now up top in a motion offense. Barrios has it again. Great defense by Cobbs, as a shot chucked up. It's going to go out of bounds and into possession of Manhattanville. So Dom Arena now, he'll call out a play. Sean Smith will go down. He'll set a screen for JoJo Cobbs off the ball. Cobbs will get it. He hands it back off to Arena, who will give it to Haggerty. Now, Cobbs will have it as he pulls up a shot for 3 and makes it. JoJo Cobbs, 19 points now, as his 3rd three-pointer of the game. And this game is all knotted up at 56 apiece. As a steal by Dom Arena. Arena drives, the lay, and no, they're going to say a foul on the ground beforehand, and Arena can't believe it.
No, you're fine, you're fine. You're good.
So, Arena draws the foul on the ground. That was a break there for Purchase. There's also a substitution coming in for them. Khalif Grant, the senior guard, will enter the game. Also now entering the game late here for Purchase will be Deshaun Can, so he'll re-enter.
And Tim
Now
Grant.
Tucci coming back into the game. A lot of late substitutions here as he enters for JoJo Cobbs.
Grant saw a lot of early action, but this is his first minutes of the second half here. It's been over 8 minutes.
As a drive by Haggerty, he draws the foul, but he can't get it to roll in for the and one. So Haggerty will go to the line for 2. As Mike Felix commits the foul there. Interesting note too, Mike Felix at 6'7", listed as one of 2 centers as Haggerty makes the first one. The second center being Alicock. So both of them being very productive, with Alicock being the starter, and as the second one rolls in, and Felix coming off the bench. So Purchase has control of the ball here now, as De Leon drives, and they're going to say he has to travel as he walked before he can get it up.
That was tremendous defense by Tucci, because he anticipated the move almost before he made his move and cut him off.
And Eli, the defensive intensity has been excellent all game. But for the Valiants, while the defensive intensity has been excellent, they've managed to find a way to pick it up. And now they have the 2-point lead after being down by at least 3 points for most of this half. So 11:06 remain here. Valiants now lead it by 2 as the inbound to Arena. Arena will call on a play here. Haggerty looks like he's going to be setting a screen for Arena. As Arena drives, he loses possession, but it's going to stay with the Valiants. Arena was trying to get to that left side there, something that he does really good at, or that he's very good at, but he wasn't able to get it there. As an inbound to Tucci. Tucci, great fake, puts up, draws the foul, but it's going the other way. So a charge on Tucci. That's his third of the game with 10:50 remaining. And I know he's in foul trouble, Eli, but I don't think you're going to see Tucci come out of the game. I wouldn't imagine. Now there's a substitution, and they are going to take Tucci out. So Timmy Quinlan will re-enter the game here with 10:50 remaining.
I mean, there's almost 11 minutes left, so giving Tucci not only a rest in terms of foul trouble, but also a breather is logical here.
So they work it around now as Persia is trying to tie up this game. They're only down 2. As a shot put up and off the mark by DeLeon. Quinlan has it. Quinlan works it inside to Haggerty. Haggerty gets stripped, but he picks it back up, puts it up, and he can't get it. The fall. Oh, and Haggerty almost gets called with a foul there. Great move, kick out, and we're going to have a foul offensively. So if that little mix-up there, if Can did not run into Sean Smith there, they would have had points on the opposite end there for Barrios. Or excuse me, not Barrios, it would have been for Gurlone. But Valiance will have it after drawing the charge. By the way, they're in bonus now, Eli, so they're going to go to the free throw line from this point out. As Corey Madden will give it to Arena, and Arena will work it around now to Quinlan. They set up offense. Quinlan will set a screen. Arena, deep 3. Can't get it to fall, though. So Brian Barrios will have control of it. He'll kick it in. The paint for the big man, Mike Felix. And the game is knotted back up at 58 apiece. So screen set by Haggerty as Sean Smith lays it up, and it falls in. So Sean Smith continues to drive. He'll get his first points in the second half here, Eli, and give him 10 points on the day now, too. As a lay-in for Purchase to Sean Can, and he's on fire as well for Purchase, as that's now his 10th point of the game. As a drive by Corey Madden, and he draws the foul. So Madden, who has 3 points on the day, drawing an and one earlier, he'll go to the line for 2.
Purchase foul number 2, Mike Felix, his second. Team's 8.
Mike Felix is second of the game.
Corey Madden at the line for Valiance. He gets 2 shots.
And Corey Madden will head to the line. So the first attempt by Madden is good. So Madden 2 from 2 from the line early on here, or I should say, here now in the second half, as he will wait his 3rd attempt from the line today. So Madden's made all 3 from the line, give him 5 points, and JoJo Cobbs will enter now for Madden. So we're going to have a little bit of adjustment here as the ref is going to towel up that spot again under the paint. Obviously, you don't want to hurt a player, so absolutely a great decision here by the ref because you don't want to see anyone get hurt. It's just injuries are hard to see, and especially it can be anyone that can get hurt in that area. So Purchase will work the ball around. As a drive, the lay-in, and give more points to Mike Felix. A great put up there. And this game is knotted back up at 62 apiece again. As Arena gets a screen, and they work it around. Arena down low to Tucci. Tucci lays it up and in. So Tucci now has 15 points. And they continue to try to push their offense to a lead here with 8:06 remaining in the second half. Working around. A 3-ball off the mark by Barrios. And it's rebounded by Arena. Arena drives a beautiful lay-in, and the Valley threw out 4. Give Dom Arena 8 points now, and all of them on beautiful moves to the left-handed side. As a drive by De Leon, I'm surprised no offensive foul was called.
I was about
there.
to say that, yeah. Tucci drew a lot of contact there, but no whistle.
Chris Asen will come into the game for JoJo Cobbs, who looks to be limping off here.
And Cobbs has battled injuries all year. He's been attended by the training staff at least once a game for the whole season. So
it looks like just to be a cramp, though, in his thigh, perhaps. That looks like what they're adjusting on. As a kick into the corner, and they'll get the offense set up. Barrios will give it inside, and the lay-in by Alicock. Alicock, he has 10 points now, as that's 3 players for Purchase with 10 points or above. So we're working about Sean Smith, fakes a shot, and you give it to Tucci. Tucci drives, a beautiful move, but it's going to be a kick-out 3-ball by Sean Smith off the mark. 2 Purchase players going for the rebound. The ball's deflected off of each of them, but it'll be rebounded by Can. So they work it around here. Purchase trying to tie this game back up yet again. As a move inside on Tucci, perhaps a flop as a lay-in for Alicock.
that did look like a flop to me, yes. But I think he also lost his balance because he kind of grabbed at his leg. He was grimacing a little bit.
So this game is not back up. It's 66 apiece here as they still work on JoJo Cobbs on the sideline. As a lay-in by Tucci can't go as it was stuffed. And great defense, and they're going to call the foul Quinlan, and the end one. So how about that? Can draws the foul. And they're going to call the foul on Arena instead of Quinlan. So the and one attempt now for Can. Can's really erupted this half, Eli. He's up to 12 points, which ties him with Alicock for the most for Purchase. As he misses it. Also notable, like I said, for Purchase, they have at least 6 players with above 8 points, as everyone seems to be performing as a whole in a unit for them. So a full timeout here taken by the Valiants, as it's tied up with 6:11 remaining here in the second half. Excuse me, Valiants trail by 2, down 68-66. And again, it's an even matchup. Anyone can win at this point.
And I'm really impressed with the Valiant's defense. Their ability to hold Brian Barrios, who averages 14 a game, to just 9 points on 4 of 12 shooting in 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes of action, Barrios has only scored 9 points. And so you got to give credit to the Manhattanville defense.
It's the fact, too, that Purchase has been able to have everyone produce, not just 1 or 2 players. Their leading scorer has 12 points, but you look, Felix has 8, Sulfur with 8, Barrios 9, De Leon with 11, and both Kane and Alicock with 12. Grulon also has 5, and Grant with 3. And then you look at the Valiants. I mean, everyone's still producing for the Valiants as well. JoJo Cobbs, who's still injured on the sideline, he has 19. Tucci with 15, and Sean Smith off the bench with 10. Dom Marino also closing in, he has 8. But other than that, no one else has more than 5 points, which is Corey Madden. So the Valiants here, they will inbound. Sean Smith will do the inbounding for them. Ronda has it up top. As they're going to call They're going to call an illegal screen on Dom Arena.
Tim, Pat Scalen's got to be careful here.
Well, Dom Arena is irate. He can't believe it as well. And Pat Scanlon irate. He's furious. I didn't see what they were calling there in Arena. It looked like Arena was just rolling off the screen. But I'm not really sure what that call was. So they work it around here. Barrios has it. Barrios will get a screen from Alicock. And a drive by Barrios, handed off and laid in by Can. So Can is on fire for Purchase as he puts him up 4. So Tucci has it up top. He'll hand it off to Arena. Sean Smith now fakes. He works it into the corner, back up to Tucci. 4-3. He can't get the fall. Sean Smith tries to get a rebound, but it's rebounded by Can. De Leon has it. He gives it to as a work in the paint and a lay-in for Alicock. So Purchase doing a lot of ball movement and then trying to get it into the paint. Working the ball so fast that it's hard to keep up with. So Arena gets a screen as now Tucci will have it down low. And it's off the mark, but it's going to be rebounded and swatted by Sean Smith and given to Arena. Arena drives. He can't get that to roll in, but Arena will get his own rebound. Great hustle there by Arena.
Great pass.
Ball.
Oh,
that
man.
can't fall. Beautiful shot, though, taken by Tucci.
And great look by Arena, because Arena had the shot, Tim, but he found the even better look. Tucci just couldn't capitalize, but that's good offense.
And how about the defensive player on Mike Granda? He's been on Barrios, shutting him down practically thus far while he's been on the court.
Tremendous activity.
So 4:05 remain as, oh, that's got to be a travel, and it is.
And Tim, what happened to De Leon? Such a strong first half, and he's been silent.
And Haggerty
second
will
half.
enter the game here, and also JoJo Cobbs looks to re-enter the game after being injured. So hopefully everything in his thigh will be okay here, because 19 points is a ton, as he's been basically one of the heart and souls alongside with Tucci of this offense today. So after a cleanup under the basket here, the Valiants will inbound it. Granda will inbound to Arena. And here we go. 4 minutes remain here as it's getting down to grinding as Arena can't get it to fall, and that's a big layup there. They needed that.
I don't know if Arena's mad at himself or the ref, but he's showing a lot of displeasure after that miss.
In essential crunch time here, you need to make those shots. Oh, and a great steal. Arena has it. And a layup, he can't get it to fall, and it's going to be a foul on Haggerty going the other way.
No, goaltending.
Oh, goaltending, okay.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I thought it was on Haggerty. But I guess count the basket for Arena.
And that's actually what I believe Coach Kyle Martin's asking about, is the over the back. But it's not going to matter as the decision's already made, as the Valiants are down 4. And actually, now they're going to take it back. They're going to talk about it. So the Valiants fans booing. I believe what they just did is they called the foul on Haggerty. Now Pat Scanlon's trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know what's going on.
No, I
This is
believe
wild.
it's about the goaltending.
What's the call here? I don't understand.
So what was this discussion about? Because it stays the same. All right, well, whatever Purchase was cheering for didn't really help them because the score stays the same here as it's 72-68. A screen is set and a drive, but they can't get the fall, or I should say, from my angle, it looked like it was a shot, but it's not. And now a drive yet again by Soffer over, and a shot made by Alicock. So 2:45 remain. It is a 6-point game as a beautiful screen set by Tucci.
Haggerty needs this.
Oh, and he can't get it to fall.
Timmy needed that one.
Absolutely, and that's something he's hot at. So hopefully he can get that to fall the next time around. Sean Smith all
great defense.
Over. And all over Can. He's trying to lock down Can, who's hot. Great screen there by De Leon, and they get it to fall.
And Tim, I'm going to be honest, as I thought a timeout, but just the ball was loose. But not even bad defense at all by Manhattanville. It's just tough shot making.
Oh, absolutely
by Purchase.
Not. And that's also Soffer's 8th point, or I should say 10th point of the game. So Soffer really also being limited, especially to someone that's averaging 11.4 points a game thus far. So Tucci will inbound to Arena. The Valiants here are going to try to fight their way back with 2:10 remaining. They're down by 8. They work it around. JoJo Cobbs, he'll go off the screen set by Tucci. Oh, great fake by Tucci, then a put up, but he can't get the 3-ball to fall.
That's a tough shot, though. He wasn't really in rhythm because he's kind of halfway between faking it and going to the basket.
But now with Purchase, who's running down the clock here, every possession's going to count here in this 8-point game. There's now a timeout taken by Coach Kyle Martin of Purchase. So with 1:41 remaining, Purchase leads it over the Valiant 76-68. And I have to say, overall, again, it's still anyone's game, even though despite it being an 8-point game.
And Tim, this is going to be important for Manhattanville to try to come back and win, because if they lose, that's going to be a 2-game losing streak.
Absolutely, and
then
also to mention
after
that,
a 3-0 start.
Yep, and not only that, to mention, this is the biggest deficit Manhattanville's actually faced this half, and also going back into second half. So ideally, you wanna try to close up this deficit as fast as you can. And I think another situation here, when it comes to that time for the Valiants, if they're still down when the shot clock expires, who do you foul? Because you have Soffer, who shoots 93% coming into today. You got to assume that maybe they'll put Agwu out in the court and shooting 75%.
Yeah, it's funny that he's their second best shooter, and he's seen 0 minutes today. That's probably very limited attempts, would be my guess.
Also, Can shooting 69% from the line, and Alicock shooting 67%. So decent shooters from beyond the free throw line at least. So ideally, you got to be careful on who you're going to foul and send to the line. And also for that record, you got to be careful of who you're also sending to foul as well. Because if you're someone like Tucci who has 3 fouls, you don't want to foul anymore, especially if they're trying to force overtime here. So Purchase will inbound with 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock, 1:41 remaining in the game. They are up 8 as they will give it to Barrios. Barrios will get a screen, and it's going back the other way on a carry.
Yeah. Rough game for Barrios. And they're still up 8, so that's a good sign for if you're a Panther fan. But this is Manhattanville's chance. They got to try to at least get a 2 here, if not more, because in college with a 30-second shot clock instead of 24 NBA, you can run down a lot of time.
And Barrios leading
Oh,
Purchase.
no.
Oh. And Haggerty a little bit upset at himself for that pass. As
He and Grandar
timeout.
are bickering back and forth.
Perhaps maybe a miscommunication then, but with 129 remaining now, another timeout taken. Purchase still leads at 76-68. Also to mention, just talking about Barrios here, Eli, 9 points on the day, but the downfall for him, he has 3 assists, 5 rebounds, but it's 3 turnovers that leads the team for Purchase. And on the Valiant's end, again, JoJo Cobbs, 19 points, Tucci with 15, and 10 for Arena and Smith. And also, at least this, the positive for the Valiants, if in the next 1 minute and 29 seconds, saying that they don't come back, if they were to not come back from this game, Alex Tucci, 1 rebound shy of another double-double, as he could be potentially working his way to another MAC Player of the Week. And I'll tell you, too, it feels like every game we come to, Tucci's in contention for a double-double immediately, Eli. He's definitely been someone that's been really excellent on the floor, and he's been someone that's spectacular to watch.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they run the offense around. Probably Arena's going to be the main ball handler.
Well, I would imagine if they're looking deep to get back into this game, perhaps JoJo Cobbs, but as the ball handler, definitely Arena. It all depends how they want to handle it here, because it's either you take 4 shots in the paint, or you have to make your way with at least 2 3-balls from beyond the arc. JoJo Cobbs also has 3 3-point balls to fall today, so he has the hot hand from beyond the arc for the Valiants. So this ball is inbounded by Barrios, who will give it off. Sean Smith playing aggressive defense, can't get it. And Purchase will practically run in circles to try to kill clock, and intentional foul there by Tucci, his 4th of the day.
Purchase the bonus.
So perhaps here, maybe a plan by Purchase to target Tucci to force him to intentionally foul. He's 1 foul shy of fouling out here, as Can will go to the line for a 1-on-1 situation as he makes it.
This one's slowly creeping away from Manhattanville. They're in a big hole now. Down 9 with just 1:16 to go. So if they don't score next possession, this game's almost over.
So the second attempt here by Can is off the mark, rebounded by Cobbs. Cobbs will give it to Arena now with 1:12 remaining here, as Arena kicks to the corner.
Shoot that. Oh, man.
But, okay. Well, he can't get it to fall.
Wow,
though.
no foul either.
I thought that was a foul. I agree with you 100% there, Eli. And Haggerty doing the smart thing and fouling. At this point, you have to intentionally foul with the 30-second shot clock, because if you let them run it down, there's only 40, or I should say not even 40, about 30-something seconds to work with. So 1-on-1 situation. So De Leon, he'll go to the line for Purchase,
Quiet second half for him.
as that one falls. I have to say, I'm still waiting in excitement just to see Tucci get a rebound, because to me, that double-double is something that's really big if he can get his 4th double-double of the season here in 5 games.
Without a doubt.
As he drains the second one, so 59.1 seconds remain. Has a great inbound there as they let it roll to try to save some time. As Arena drives, he can't get it to fall. And now Haggerty will foul again. JoJo Cobbs tried to foul, he couldn't get it done. And Purchase up by 11 here with 48.8 seconds remaining.
Tim, it looks like the battle of Anderson Hill Road is going to go to SUNY Purchase, bearing a miracle.
For their last 5 potentially. As Salfer, also a 93% shooter, he makes the first one.
And Tim, I remember pregame we said, well, maybe this guy, Soffer, is playing limited minutes with a 93% free throw percentage, but he's played an exceptional amount of minutes.
He
So
makes both free throws. So they've made their last 6 free throw attempts. So absolutely an excellent job by Purchase from the line as Tucci has it. Tucci will drive. He'll kick out to Arena for 3. Can't get the fall, but it's rebounded by Sean Smith. Smith puts it up, and he makes it, and a timeout taken by Coach Pat Scanlon with 33.7 seconds remaining. So the Purchase Panthers lead it 81-70 over the Manhattanville Valiants. And I have to say, the score doesn't show how good this game's been in the aspect of, yes, it's 11 points, but this game has been within single digits with the exception of the last 4 minutes of the game, as it's been a back and forth game for both teams. So I'm interested to see how they're going to set up the fouling situation here. Knowing that Tucci has 4 fouls, you're going to probably want to get someone up top that's fresh, or at least just to come into the game for the moment, just maybe that has fouls to give and send them to the line. So we come back here from the timeout. Purchase getting rid of the inbound. So interesting here. Looks like they're going to do they're going to do the 1-3-1 defense. But what I'm interested to see is that they're having Tucci up on the ball here. Don't want him to foul. A trap and a foul by Damarino.
So they tried to go for the steal first, which makes sense, and then fouled.
That's Damarina's 4th. So two starters in foul trouble, both Arena and Tucci. JoJo Cobb still has some fouls to give. Haggerty also has, I believe, 3 fouls on the day. So as the first one is good. So the first attempt made, by the way, by Jordan Noltgen as he misses the second one. So they're going to work it here. Arena drives. Arena kicks over the corner. Cobbs for 3, and he drains it, his 4th 3 of the game. But they're down by 9 here with 21 seconds remaining. And someone's going to have to foul immediately, and that someone's going to be, it's going to be Tucci. Oh, no, it's going to be Cobbs. Okay. I didn't see Cobbs get a hand in there, but they're going to say JoJo fouled.
Well, Cobbs and Sean Smith both surrounded Soffer. They charged Cobbs with the foul.
So now to the line for them will be Soffer, who makes the first one.
Now I see why he's 93%. I mean, it just looks so effortless.
He hasn't missed a free throw yet today. Well, I'll tell you, that's something he's very good at, and you can see why.
Kyle Martin, just like Velakis for the Manhattanville women's team, doesn't stop coaching.
Wow.
His game's over, and he's still shouting stuff from the sideline.
So the Valiants work as a 3-ball put up, and they're just going to let it dribble out. That's going to do it. So Purchase is going to win this game 84-73 over the Valiants. Valiants are going to fall to 3-2, while Purchase moves up to 4-2 on the year. And I have to say, though, for what this game was score-wise, it was a lot of offensive production on both ends. However, this was a back-and-forth game with the exception of the last 4 minutes.
It was definitely a seesaw game. Purchase just grabbed the lead late and were able to just expand on it. But you're right, Tim. It was back and forth the whole game. It was a good rivalry. It shows why these two schools like to compete against one another.
So I've got to ask you, who's your MVP of this game? for either side.
Well, if we're going by the first half, I would absolutely say it's De Leon, but he only finished with 13 points. You know, I'm going to go with Soffer. He was just solid all around. Nailed clutch free throws, but just in 27 minutes was a solid producer for a purchase.
Well, that's what I was going to say, too. Salfer ending the game with 10 points. Obviously, Alicott coming out and ending with 16 points. But I think Salfer, I have to agree in that aspect, coming clutch. And if I were to pick an MVP for the Valiants, I know Tucci 1 rebound shy, unfortunately, of his 4th double-double of the year. However, in the other aspect of JoJo Cobbs coming out and dropping 19, I was very impressed by JoJo Cobbs' play, and I think if the Valiants were to have the MVP today, it would definitely be JoJo Cobbs. So that's going to wrap up our coverage here at Kennedy Gym. We will see you next time for boys basketball action when they come back here against Elmira College on December 9th. I've been Tim Moore alongside my partner Eli Zaretsky. You've been watching GoValiants.com Manhattanville basketball.